So the final projects included a number of things. There were some suggestions on relocating roads to allow access in and out during storm events. There was also suggestions for living shorelines. One was looking at the roadside ditches within Ingleside to retrofit them to allow for infiltration of stormwater. So right now, stormwater is on the road, flows into those ditches. Once it hits the ditches, it goes straight to the river with no treatment. So we would go in and dig those ditches out, place infiltration material. So during a rain event, a significant amount of that stormwater is going down into the water table and being cleaned before going to the river.
It was amazing. The students, well, for one thing, they listened. They came in, of course, they're from University of Virginia, so they don't know Ingleside. So when we tell them about it, they listen, but more importantly, they actually ask lots of questions and they listen to the people who have the answers. So they did a really good job actually just absorbing the information so that way that they could come up with these plans. They understood that we wanted to make Ingleside a fully sustainable neighborhood from the front to the back.
Another great thing about the process was an idea that emerged through the public meetings in Ingleside. We started out with a focus on water quality, improving water quality and mitigating flooding. But very quickly the community talked about beautification. They talked about the kind of aesthetic features of their community and how the kinds of proposals that we were making for things like bioswales, living shorelines, and rain gardens were very compelling to them as aesthetic features in the community. So an idea that emerged was this concept of greening Ingleside from front to back. And when we say greening, we don't mean just green vegetation like in bioswales and rain gardens, but really creating a truly sustainable community. So we ended up kind of expanding the scope of the project and thinking about how Ingleside could be a model sustainable community in Norfolk.
I think the approach that we're developing, the sort of system of approaching this issue, is as important as the solutions we're coming up with. And I think in the long run that this approach is probably the model that will fit in a lot of places. We've talked to other Sea Grants in other states about this marriage between local needs and university talents. And I think going forward, that's going to be the model that works.